Hello, peoples. Here for NXT review for October 21st, 2015. Street Fighter in the background. I'm the E33 guy. Don't ask about the online name. Just enjoy as I play a plethora of characters. Plethora. It's my word of the week. I'm using it as much as I can. So, this NXT starts off with Kana, aka Asuka. I still call her Kana. It's going to be hard to not call her that. Versus Billie Kay, who's now a heel. So she has a character now, which is pretty good for her. She's the other Australian diva, next to Emma, which is top waifu also. Everyone loves Emma. So Billie Kay comes out. I like it. It's good to see all the women getting characters slowly by slowly. Billie Kay with a promo before the match, like not in the ring. It was like one of those aired promos. Didn't sound too bad. The accent was there, but it was like nothing distracting really, which is good. This is good. So Asuka is going to kill you chant start the match, which I'm like, okay, this is gonna be great. Cause that's exactly who I thought. I'm like, all right, who's the poor sucker who's gonna die when they come out? This Billie Kay girl is pretty strong though. Like, she doesn't look pretty strong, but she's tall as fuck. But she like held Asuka for a standing suplex. She just held it there for like at least a minute or two. It was pretty impressive. Asuka gets her usual spots in. Billie Kay slaps her at one point. Well, not slaps. She kind of like hits her with an elbow or something. And if anybody watches New Japan, you never hit a Japanese person with an elbow or you slap them because that just triggers them to be crazy people. Asuka goes nuts, hits all her moves, hits all her submission offense, pretty much playing with the girl, locks in the Asuka lock, which is a cross-face chicken wing with a leg scissor, and gets the win. I like how Asuka's being booked so far. She's being booked like how Hideo Itami should have been booked, but Hideo got over anyway, so it's fine. But I like it. She's a murderer who just comes out, kills people legally, so good for her. Baron Corbin hype video up next. I like it. Big fan of Baron Corbin. He's becoming one of my favorites slowly in NXT. The guy's just getting good. He was green as fuck not too while ago, and he's just starting to get it. He's getting his character. So, good hype video. Tyler Breeze backstage promo on Samoa Joe. So, I guess that's going to be Breeze's last match before he moves on to the main roster completely, because, spoilers. Tyler Breeze is now on the main roster. He debuted on SmackDown. And hopefully they got some good ideas for him. They're going to be selling those selfie sticks, which is good merchandise and all that stuff. Then we have Enzo Amore and Big Cass, which I knew Big Cass had a broken leg. So I pretty much thought, like, okay, this is basically the injury angle which is going on. So, sucks for Big Cass that it felt like they were really close to coming to the main roster once again and again. It's like Enzo broke his leg the first time, now Big Cass broke his leg. So, like, they just gotta be careful with their legs, I guess. I don't know. So Enzo Amore and Big Cass were Carmella versus Dash Wilder and Scott Dawson. Again, I like these guys. The mechanics, they're old school as fuck, and I like it. Dash and Dawson destroying Enzo's leg. They're like, this is like their new gimmick. They just like go in there and like fucking dissect their opponent, which I like. So that's gonna be a good thing for them. So they destroy the leg. I like these guys working the leg the whole match. But then Enzo rolls them up because they got way too cocky. They could have ended it the whole time, but they got too cocky. They roll up. Enzo rolls them up with a small package, and they get the win. Dash and Dawson jump Enzo. They jump Big Cass after the match. They destroy Big Cass, so I guess this is the injury angle. So, sucks for Big Cass and Enzo, but at least if you're gonna, like, someone's gonna be injured, at least put over the other talent, which is nice. Like, Dash Wilder and Scott Dawson need all the heat they can get, and they're starting to get heat, and good things in the future, let's just say that. We got a Rhino hype video up next. A really good Rhino hype video. Like, this got me hyped for Rhino in a while, and I was like, yo, I know Rhino's gonna lose, but I don't care. Because Rhino's like the greatest. Yo, the Evil Ryu is on point, as you see. But, yeah, then we get an Eva Marie promo from Paris again. She's coming back. I know all 6 of you are excited, but you gotta contain yourself. You gotta contain yourself. So, Eva Marie's coming back, yay. Then we have Danny Burch come out. He gets a solo entrance. And I thought to myself, who's the guy who's going to kill this poor fucker too? And then I remember, like, oh fuck, I remember. It's James Storm. He comes out. His name flashes on the Titantrons. People are like, what the fuck? But then they realize who it is, and everyone just goes batshit insane. There's like a guy physically in the crowd probably having a heart attack, and I'm like, yo, I felt the same way. So, good to see James Storm. Has the whole gimmick, you know, has the cowboy hat, has the cowbell and the rope and all that stuff. His theme is whatever, but hopefully they come up with something better. This is just probably like one of those stock themes. They're probably like, oh, get a country song, quick. He's a cowboy. And they just stuck it on him. So, Storm got "You Belong Here" chance, which I'm like, yes, he does. And so does Bobby Roode and like half the TNA roster, but hopefully they could get there one day. Storm wins with the 8-second ride. He looked good. Hit his usual spots. People were into him. Beer money chance with the match is over. Everyone's like doing the whole beer money shtick, which is really good. So hopefully we do see beer money one day. They could use James Storm for a lot of things. Like, that's the thing. People like James Storm and Samoa Joe should be going to the main roster faster, I feel, because they don't really need to be in developmental at all. Because they've been on TV, like, their whole career. So they kind of got their character. Like, James Storm, you could debut him next week, and, like, he knows exactly what to do. Same thing with Samoa Joe. So, good to see James Storm at NXT, finally. It was going to happen one day. I just didn't expect it to be this early. It should have been a while ago, but now NXT is a big thing, so. Then we get an Apollo Crews hype video. Pretty much explaining his whole life story. How he got to wrestling. How he was a wrestling fan from back in the Rawest War days and all that stuff. And like his favorite was Ultimate Warrior. I'm like, okay, there you go. Because I was saying that. I was like, man, people need to know more about this guy. Because this guy, like, he has a good, like, background story and all that stuff. And I'm like, that's good. Because, like, he's kind of the #1 contender for your championship. So you kind of want to explain. Because I feel like it just happened out of nowhere. So good for that. Then we have Alexa Bliss versus Peyton Royce. Again, a lot of new divas or women up in NXT, which is good. More of Alexa Bliss working on that heel shtick. She's doing pretty good. She comes out with the boys. Wesley Blake is wearing earrings. Because fuck it. Why not? He's just working on this whole Barbie gimmick, I guess. So Peyton Royce looking nice with the kicks. She's actually a pretty good wrestler. This Peyton Royce. So it was a good little match. Peyton Royce got her comeback. People are pretty into her. Like she gets a lot of cheers, which is pretty good. Alexa Bliss hits my favorite move of hers, which is her like moonsault handstand into like 2 knees into the stomach, which is really cool looking. Like, I thought that should be her finish, but I guess it's not strong enough or whatever. It looks good to me. Nice little match. Alexa getting all the heat, you know, rest hold and all that stuff. Like, she's getting it finally. Alexa Bliss wins the match with her Sparkle Splash, which is so funny to call it that even though she's like a heel now. So, it's a nice looking move. Like, it's like a Bam Bam Bigelow moonsault, but like, it's pretty when she does it. When Bam Bam does it, it's like, oh crap, who's gonna die? Who's taking that move? So good match. She cuts a promo after the match saying how she's taking Bayley's title and all that stuff. How she wants the title. It's gonna be her title. And I'm like, yeah, take the title. But not really, because Bayley, they need to feed someone to Bayley, and it's good they chose Alexa because like, she has things to do. I think they're doing half of these title matches. Like they're doing like tag team title match and all that stuff. Like on a regular NXT, it's not gonna be safe for a special. I think even the Finn Balor Apollo Crews is not for a special. It's just gonna be on a regular episode of NXT. So that's gonna be interesting. I thought they would have saved Apollo Crews for one of those pay-per-view events, but I guess not. So I guess this would lead in to see like who's gonna fuck over who. Then we have the main event where they were hyping up all night. It's Baron Corbin versus Rhino. Who's the man? This Corbin, man, I kind of want him to be champion already. Like, I'm really into this guy right now. He really impressed me. He got way too good, way too fast. So it lets you know, like, how good can this guy become, like, in another year or 2 years. I really wish Corbin was the one taking that John Cena Open Challenge, but he's ready but not ready. Like, he should be in NXT a little bit while longer, maybe like a couple more months. Like, give it like 6 to 7 or 8 months. Then he should be on the main roster quick. So Corbin controlling most of the match. Rhino was wrestling as the babyface, which is pretty funny. Because, like, no matter what you need Rhino for, he can do. That's, I guess, the plus of being a veteran. Rhino's hits his comeback, all that stuff. And he actually hits the Gore. And for a split second, they got me. I was like, oh, fuck, Corbin's actually going to lose to Rhino? I guess I wouldn't have booked it that way, but he didn't. Corbin actually kicks out of the Gore, which I haven't seen in years, really. You don't see too many people kick out the Gore. Then Rhino's like going nuts, and then Rhino decides, fuck it, why not just do it again? So he tries to go for another Gore, and Corbin catches him in the end of days while he's still running. So I guess like he's trying to do that Randy Orton shtick, where he can hit his finish out of nowhere, which I like. It's a pretty ass fucking finisher, so it's good to like see him hit it out of nowhere and stuff like that. And like it'll get the people more into him because they'll be like, oh, like he might not be that great, but his finisher's amazing. Which it works for a lot of people if you have a sick finish. Then we get a Samoa Joe promo on Tyler Breeze. Samoa Joe's just so good at promos. Like he legit feels like a badass. He feels like he's gonna kill you. And he's basically saying how he's gonna skin Tyler Breeze, and I'm like, don't, please don't do that. He's too gorgeous. So that's probably going to be Tyler Breeze's last match because now he's in the whole main roster and stuff. Hopefully he gets used right. He's probably going to be feuding with like Ziggler, which that's pretty funny. You wouldn't think that match would happen so fast. So again, not a bad NXT, a little good, had some good matches. Showcase different talent that we usually see. A lot of diva stuff going down. That's pretty much it. Catch you guys next time. Enjoy the rest of the Street Fighter in the background. Like, subscribe, talk to me. I like talking to people.